Ooh, here we go. I don't know. It looks pretty good this way. Okay, what is going on? The tube of the U's. I am coming back from my gym sauna cardio session of the night. We are less than a week out now, but during that, it was a week out. And yeah, did a hamstring and back. I think I got one more. I think I'll just do light hamstrings, like nothing really on the actual secondary hamstring day. Turn that down. When it's fogging up. 1 second, guys. Come on. Too sweaty in here, man. Too sweaty. Okay, but see if you guys can even hear me right now. Let's move you guys to like. That did not even clip on. Move you guys to around. Oh. Okay, that should be better. What's not better is this window's not fogging. But besides the point, driving back from the gym, yeah, I did hamstring last semi-hard lift. Um, did like light belt squat RDLs. So I just basically put a bar attached to the RDL machine, or the belt squat machine, and then just ripped out some sets on there. Did about 2 plates a side, so nothing crazy. Um, but to start off the day, we did 10 minutes on the bike to warm up for about 10 minutes. Just threw it into the whole cardio of the whole 90 minutes of cardio day. Um, yeah, did that. Did lying hamstring curls, seated leg extensions, 2 sets there. I'm doing about 2 sets for every working set. So to keep everything, the volume is higher on those sets, like 15 to 20. 12 if I go a little heavier, because I might. But everything's pretty. I'm starting the drying out process. Did some check-ins this morning. Me and Chat Coach went over them. Looking, I don't think I know I won't be that stage Chris leanness ish. I have body parts that are lean as other people's, but then there's other body parts that clearly give away the fact that I'm not like 5%, which I feel like that's for a lot of people. Like my glutes, my hamstrings are decent. My glutes are shaped, they're not detailed. I got the shelf, I got the indentions and stuff. The glute ham tie-in's starting to come in, but it's not detailed. Same with hamstrings. Hamstrings are starting to dig out, and you can see them when flexed and stuff. They look pretty decent, but they're not just like corded and dry looking. But we are going to try to dry out as much as we can this week. See what happens. Upper body wise, my arms look dry, separated, striated, and they look nice. And chest looks really good, especially like right now I'm depleted, but not right now when I'm depleted, but yesterday when I was carved up. I carved up yesterday, yeah, and that night workout that I went to, I looked crazy. And that was like no water or like no hard depletion. This next week's going to be hard depletion. My whole 40 grams of carbs a day of veggies is about as much depletion as you can get. But then I did standing hamstring curls with more supersets of leg extensions and seated calf raises. Those sucked. The calf raises suck right now. My calves are like always on fire because of all the cardio. It's crazy because I've done so much cardio, but I had to just to get to the leanness I am because I started at such a high body fat. And most people would be like, "Why did you?" Well, because I wanted to prove to myself that I can get lean even at that high of a body fat. Yeah, I had to cut a lot of weight, diet a lot of weight off, but I kept a lot of muscle on. In fact, if you look at my body scans, apparently I've put on like 12 pounds. Like my first body scan, it said I was only like 159, 160. Now it's saying I'm 170 something pounds of lean muscle mass, which is crazy because then it's saying I'm like 9-10%. But then it's like if I'm 9 to 10%, how am I 170 pounds? And then it estimates because I was wearing clothes. If I was butt naked, I was probably within 10 pounds of that 169, which would put me at a different body fat, which I don't know what that would be at, but probably fairly low if I'm 169 pounds of lean muscle mass. And it's like at the end of the day when you're really the most hydrated. So the electrodes in that handle thing and feet thing don't really measure properly compared to if I did it like straight waking up in the morning, driving by and just check out my body fat. But yeah, no, I don't know. Maybe it could be my build too. Like I know I'm not that 5%, 5-6% like some people would be. But the only thing that I take is mitochondrial enhancers for that boost in your overall cell output. So that way I have energy since I'm working a 9 to 5. I never end up taking the Clen or Clomiphene. So we're going in this basically like a scrub, no anabolics. Probably would have kept a lot more muscle on. And I would have been if I got this lean without any of anabolics, I know I could get lean with anabolics because let's be honest, you throw in Clen and test, you're gonna be leaner. Like if I'm sitting at that 9, high 8, low 9%, I would say waking up like before like water makes me look a little more washed. I would say, I don't know, I'd say at least 6 to 5. And another big thing is like I'm not super veiny. My forearms are pretty veiny, but like they're not like I don't know, my whole like body structure type. No, my whole body, like, I don't know, it's just not like super ripped veiny. Like I have as much leg separation as you would see, especially my side leg. My side leg looks crazy compared. I kind of got those like Derek Lunsford side cuts that compared to my front cuts. I don't know, my front cuts are deep separation, but like it's just not like they're starting to get striated, but there's like no veins. And I'm like, how is there no veins? Like I see dudes that have less separation than I do with veins, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. And these are just like my thoughts while I'm looking. I'm like, how's that dude got a quad veins? But I'm over here with big old legs separated, like finger. I can start to put my finger in between the like grooves, but like no veins. So maybe I'm fatter than I thought, and I just have a lot of muscle that makes it look kind of like that Hassan Mustafa slash like in most people's cases, Samson Dowder, where you just got muscle that pops through even though you have higher body fat. Because like Samson, they're like, oh, he's not no 5% on stage, but he has so much muscle. And I'm not trying to say I have Samson Dowder muscle, but like that's the kind of like structure I have, I guess, to where like I'm not super shredded, I guess. I don't know. This is my first ever show. I want to see how my shape and structure stands up to those of the highest caliber and bring as good as conditioning as I can with the time I was allowed and the span of also working a 9 to 5 and not ever being this lean before. Because when you get down there for the first time, you could just easily just snap some stuff if your body's not used to it. Your body has to adapt. So I'm not gonna sit there and try to be 5%, rip out a bicep tendon or tear my pec trying to work my pretty labor intensive job. Because I was looking and I was like, yeah, like because my job is mostly like it's not leg intensive as much as upper body intensive. A lot of things are like rip in, pull in, lifting. So a lot of shoulder and arm and chest movements. So you got to be careful around that. And I'm working literally the first 2 days of peak week. I might call in or call home, go home early on Tuesday, so I get an extra like at least half a day of rest. Because I'm gonna need as many days as I can. Because my legs look crazy when they're rested, and the separation starts to come out. And get to elevate them a little bit, and they fill back out. Dude, the carbs made my legs look huge yesterday. This is my first clean refeed. Most of this whole prep, I've been having like a dirty cheat leading up till yesterday, and I had a clean refeed with the same amount of carbs, just no fats. Upper body wise and overall look wise, I looked way crazier. I wouldn't say I was super Dyson striated because I was super hydrated. I was still drinking 2 to 220 fluid ounces, or probably closer to 170 to 190, I think. I think I lowered it a little bit. So I think tomorrow I'm drinking back up to 200, then 180, 160, then dropping it slowly down to I think I'm just taking sips on show day to get through the day, get the food down. And then the day before, I'm maybe doing like 80 fluid ounces, which is going to suck. I think I'm going to feel that. I'm going to definitely feel that. Probably going to ask if I should probably take a hydration mixed drink or something. So that way my fluids are balanced properly. We'll see. Tomorrow I'm going to be going up to, or tomorrow morning, aka this morning, I'm going to be going up to House of Pain. Wake up, make my meal, maybe 2, who knows. So maybe if I get home, I can just eat it. But yeah, go zip over to House of Pain, get make sure that's still on. Go get a quick cardio session in, another 50. I think tomorrow's my last high day. Then it's going to be like 60. I'll probably go 60, 60, 50. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday's a lighter day. Friday's like no real cardio. And then Saturday is show day. I'll be in the novice heavyweights for this show because they didn't have, I guess there's not a whole lot of competitors. I haven't seen anyone else posting that's going to be in my category of the light heavy open and the heavyweight novice. So who knows? But maybe there's been like I did, and they were like people that are doing the classic that are also doing those divisions, which is very possible. If I could get top 2, 3 in the novice. That'd be a big win. Like I said, my conditioning's probably going to be the weaker side of everyone up there. Structure-wise, though, and muscle bellies and shape and overall size for my structure, I should do decent, especially with legs. Oh, it's telling me to slow down. It said, slow down, buckaroo. There we go. Yeah, but I don't know what my stage weight's going to be. Well, I know I got to try to keep it above, because from what it sounded like, I don't think you can just change categories when you get there. I don't think they'll do that. Who knows? I need to probably call and reassure or make sure. Because if I'm under, I might just do the middle weights. I think that's what it is. Middle weights, which is 150 something to 170 something. If I like keep losing weight, because right now I'm sitting at a low. I'm probably like 181 right now, 182. Waking up, I'll eat this meal, get some more liquids in me, go to bed, and I'll probably wake up 180, 181, probably. I would assume. We'll see. I don't know how cortisol will be if I go to sleep tonight with less food in me. We'll have to find out. But yeah, so just rocking this out, feeling it out, just trying to get through this last week, push. I mean, this prep's been hard. A lot of tunnel vision, a lot of zoning and fogging. Nothing too crazy, but like I said, I didn't get to that fucking language. Freaking death zone 5%. At least I don't think. You guys can tell me down below. I'll probably put in this morning's check-ins with just this window natural light coming in at like a front side angle, to where it's like, I don't know, you can't really see a whole lot of definition, but you can definitely tell where I'm leaning at. See like rested legs, how they look. I think a lot of the glycogen came out yesterday too, after the workout and cardio and sauna. I've been in sauna just about every day the last few days, just to get my legs to keep like getting the lactic acid flushing out, because they get pumped. But yeah, that's really the update right now. 6 days now, 6 days out. Hard push, man. Deplete. Carb up. So I was arguing with chat coach, Chacoach, because they were saying for my depletion, water manipulation, lowering the water, but then they were telling me to keep my protein as high as it has been. My protein's like 2 something. And I'm like, if I keep my protein that high and don't lower it while I'm taking out vegetables every day, so where I'm getting down to just protein, if I'm just eating protein, I don't lower that to also help digestion go through, I'm going to be bloated beyond belief and have constipation like no other. So, scheduled lowering protein slowly throughout the week, maybe down to like 175 on my biggest meal, grams of raw chicken, and like 100 grams on like the other days when I get down to like no veggies. I think like sauerkraut's the only thing I'm really allowed. That's to help with digestion, which it does. It does help digestion. Keeps things flushing. But yeah, I'm just excited. I know I don't feel like it. The big thing I've noticed is like emotions kind of like dwindle when you're locale like this, where you're mostly just pro-veg. What did I just run over? What the hell was that? Better not mess with my tire. I'm going to be PO'd. It's like, it like was like small, something in the middle of the road. Given I'm close to home, so that's good. But it's cold out, so I don't want to have to get out and change a tire. So we cross our fingers. But that was distracting. We are mostly pro-veg right now. Well, we've been pro-veg for 4 weeks, and longer than that. But I mean, that's the hard push you have to do, guys, when you start fatter. Good part is, though, I can come out of this, and I'm gonna rebound back out, grow muscle, and try to keep body fat lower this time as I bulk back up to that 237, 240 range and hold. Because next time I want to step on stage, I want to be absolutely crazy. Yeah, but that's basically the update. As you guys can tell through me talking, like, still like not fully there, but like I'm semi-cognitive, kind of in and out, tired, sluggish. But like I said, with the Sloop PPP 332, it kind of helps with that. It's a good booster. It helps burn fat too. Like it's overall helps like oxidize fat, move it along, make you use it better. Or fatty oxidation. So it'll help boost the overall like mitochondrial activity of the cell to boost that efficiency to make it power the cell more efficiently, use nutrients better, so on and so forth. I'm taking about 1.75 grams. There's people taking like 20, 50, 100 grams. I don't really need that much. Those guys are also taking other. See, I think the problem is everyone's saying how like, oh, that like, oh, you're not taking 20 grams and you're just wasting your money. No, I felt a big difference, like feel wise, like going from sluggish to like, okay, I can push through, I can get through this. This is not bad. This ain't too bad, kind of feeling, because it's all you take. I'm not taking Anavar, Test, Winstrol, Masteron, Equipoise, Clen. I'm not taking all this other extra stuff to where like that's just a minuscule thing. If you want to really feel, you got to bump it up. So that's how I've noticed. Like everyone that says like they're taking these crazy amounts are probably a reason why people are like, oh, this has bad side effects, is because they're taking such crazy amounts at while or to feel the same benefits while they're taking other stuff, other compounds that they probably shouldn't be mixing that much because they're probably taking huge dosages too. This is not all just hearsay. I don't know how much they're taking or what they're taking or how much, but from the looks of it, I would say that. But yeah, um, that's my mentality this far out. Like I said, not looking to bring my best package. Like I said, with the time allowed, the fat I had, and then really just show out and like good stage presence. Make sure I got a good tan. Bought some the hair removal stuff. Bought the self tanner so me and my wife can get the tan going. Probably that, I want to say, Thursday before. Get a base coat the night before. Probably throw a sheet over my side of the bed with a janky blanket and a old pillow that we don't need. That way I can get like I said, get a base coat, get ready because I got this. I ordered the stuff. Hopefully they come in. I ordered it today. Hopefully Monday they ship it out, and Tuesday I get it because it's a next day air. UPS next day air, so it should be 1 day shipping. So it should be here by, if I ship Monday or Tuesday, by Tuesday or Wednesday. So, but yeah, make sure I'm shaving still. Make sure I'm just dotting my I's, crossing my T's. With the other things I can control, don't know if I can really come in any more lean. I mean, of course, I'm gonna be trying to deplete more this week. Hopefully, get a little more fat off. Maybe a little more obliques start to show. Lower abs come in a little more. Flatten them out just that little bit. Hopefully, when I deplete, and then also carb up after water dehydration. Hopefully, that's like the first place I notice when I start drinking water. That's the first place it gets like kind of like, it has fat on it, but then it's like on top of that gets like water in there too, like real easily, which I would assume that's because there's extra fat still in there. So the water, instead of like on my sides where there's not a whole lot of fat, it just gets stretchy. Like right now it's like, well, after all the water today, it's like I got stretchy skin on the side, but it's not really fat. There's a little bit, but not really. But yeah, like I said, it's weird. I see guys with like glutes, but their like back's not as lean as mine, or their, oh, I was about to run that over. Would have been round two. Back's not as lean as mine, or I don't know, like arms, delts, chest aren't as lean as mine. And if they are, their shape, like it's like the shape thing too. It's like I listen to John Jewett a lot in his J3 University. The goal of bodybuilding isn't just to be the leanest or the biggest or the best shaped. It's trying to bring a balance of all of them. Like I said, I don't have the muscle yet to cut down to 165. I actually talked to a guy on my Instagram threads that was trying to talk to me over this, saying, well, man, you don't understand how big you actually look when you're shredded. I'm like, no, you don't understand, because I'm going to be in a weight class with dudes that are like 198. And if I don't have any size and I come in absolutely string bean shredded, because I'm 5'9", I come in at 170 to 176. I don't know if, like I said, if they let me even, I would most definitely just look like a string bean, and that's cool and all. They're like, oh, he's shredded, but where's his muscle? I don't think people understand that. They just think, oh, he got to be shredded. Oh, he doesn't have glutes. Look at Andrew Jack. Andrew Jack is not that lean. He's probably like slightly leaner than me, and he's freaking third at the Olympia because of his shape, and he has the size and he has the structure, of course. But then there's other people like Derek. Derek has glutes, but then I have deeper cut abs than he does. Obliques better than he does. My chest is more straight than his is. Arms are more lean than his is. My front legs are about equal, and we have about the same hamstrings. So besides his glutes and his back, I'm like just as lean as he is. But that's how he is built. So, and he's Mr. Olympia, Pittsburgh Pro Champ, and Arnold Champ, all in the same year. So it is what it is. This ain't me complaining. This is me just like pointing things out that people that are just like kind of like, oh. So, but that's the update. Catch you guys in the next video. Like I said, I don't know in the beginning or the end here. You'll find out when I make the video. I'll put the video in of me posing for 1 week out. And I'll see you guys next time. Remember, stay juicy, twinks.